Hey guys, this is Michael Griswold, and in this video I want to talk to you about a secret about human nature that is very powerful for you if you know how to use it, that will make getting back with your ex and recreating the relationship that you want almost effortless. It's this little known, well, it's widely known, but very rarely talked about facet of human nature that if you know how to harness it and put it to work for you, then really you become the king of your own destiny, at least relationally, and become the person who is in control of your relationship, who is the object of desire. You're the one who everybody wants to be with, etc. So here's how it works. First, I'm going to tell you a little story about how I came to find it out, and then I'll tell you how to apply it to your life. So as you know, I went through a pretty devastating breakup myself, and it was that breakup that gave me the motivation and the inspiration to create what became the M3 system. Because after going through it and knowing how devastating it was, I didn't want anybody else to do that. So what happened was, after I got dumped, I tried everything, right? I tried everything I could think of, and I even followed all the advice of the gurus who said to do, 1,000 different things. I tried all of them. And then quite by accident, I just thought, man, I don't know what to do. So I didn't do anything for about 3 weeks. And here's what happened. I had no contact with her. I didn't call her, I didn't text her, nothing. And what happened was she sent me a text. And it was just very simple, and it just said, I miss you. Now, as soon as I saw that, I thought, wait a minute. There's something to this. So eventually, I used that. That was a great springboard, and then I used that, and we ended up getting back together, as you know, and ended up creating. The first time we got back together, it was amazing. There was all this built-up desire that we had shared and not been able to express, and then it was just awesome. It was one of the best times that we spent together. Anyway, as I got to thinking about it and kind of deconstructing it and then giving the same advice to other people, you've maybe heard the whole no contact idea. The power isn't in no contact. The power is understanding the strategy behind it. You see, here's the thing about human nature. Human nature is that we become nostalgic. And nostalgic is remembering all the great things and forgetting the bad. Now, here's why this works. It's because just like right now, what you're doing, what you who are watching this video doing, you're remembering all the good things, right? You're not remembering the fights. You're remembering the great times of intimacy. You're remembering the laughs. You're remembering the memories. You're remembering the plans that you made, the first time that you went to this park or this movie that you saw or this restaurant. You're remembering those things and that feeling of connection, that feeling of being known, right? Well, she or he, depending on whether your ex is a boy or a girl, they're thinking the same thing. Now, I know you're thinking, well, they're with someone else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have memories that just run automatically. Our brain automatically runs all the time rehashing memories and always thinking about what was better. So here's what happens. If you jump into like calling and texting and try to get them back immediately without any strategy, without knowing what you're doing, well then you're keeping the annoyance in the forefront of their mind. You're keeping, this is something that I want to get away from. Are you following me on this? If you're always pressuring them, then the thing that's in the front of their mind is, I want to get away from this. However, if you follow what I show you in the M3 system, which is kind of like, the M3 system is just, the name of it, but it's kind of like having a pocket relationship coach, right? It's kind of like having me in your pocket. If you follow that and give them some time with some very strategic interactions to miss you, then this nostalgia kicks in like black magic. And they begin to think about you the same way that you're thinking about them. And then that desire builds up. And if you know how to handle it, if you know what to do with it next, if you know how to take that momentum that has built up, then you are in a position to regain control of your relationship, recreate it into something that you want it to be, and most of all, be happy with the person that you feel so connected with. And really prove to them that this is a relationship with working. but you have to let nostalgia work for you. So here's the thing. The M3 system, as you know, is the system that I created, and it is like having a relationship coach in your pocket. And in it, I walk you through every step along the way and allow you to take what is a mess now, right, which is a big mess that nobody wants to deal with, and turn it into kind of a fairy tale. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to get the M3 system. You don't have to download it, and you don't have to let it work for you. I mean, downloading is easy. It's just a matter of, clicking on a button, filling out a couple forms, and then boom, you're in. The value comes in being able to really, for the first time maybe in your life, take control of your relationships. But if you don't, let me just remind you that this doesn't go away. And this is why I was compelled to create this product, is because what happens is, for a lot of people, and maybe this is you, maybe it isn't, but for a lot of people, they just end up repeating the same thing over and over. And this is going to happen for you and your ex unless you take action. You see, what happens is people get into relationships, it's great for a while, and then they start to have a problem, and then it's a bigger problem, and now they're done. And neither one of them takes the action necessary to recreate something great. So this person, your ex, walks away hurt with all of those bitternesses and resentments, and they carry them into the next relationship. And you do the same. And so what happens is you end up repeating the same thing over and over and over and increasingly being dissatisfied until one of you, in this case you, have the courage to take action, to help your ex and yourself to recreate the intimacy that you had so that you don't have to carry this baggage into your next relationship. Now, it may be that you don't end up getting married. It may be that you end up getting back together and you decide that this isn't a relationship for you. It may be that you get the M3 system, go through it, and realize, you know what, this relationship isn't something that I want to keep fostering. But the brilliance of it is that you get to make that decision. You get to get complete with it so that you don't carry that rejection, that hurt, that I'm not worthy, that there's something wrong with me. All of those things that run through your head 24/7, you don't have to carry that into your next one. And your ex doesn't either. So you get to really complete the relationship in a way that is powerful. So I'm going to invite you to consider clicking on the link below so that you can get started now and learn how to use nostalgia, which is a human trait, and it's going to be at work for you. And if you know how to use it, well then, it's just like having a very powerful human force on your side. And you use that to usher your ex back to you and get rid of all the problems. Have them forget about all the mistakes that you made, all the things that you feel guilty about, all the things that you wish you could apologize for, and have them realize how much you're so sorry, how much they mean to you. All of that stuff, all of that can be taken care of. But only if you do something different than what you're doing now. If you keep doing what you're doing now, well, then you'll probably just get more of the same. Your ex will eventually find someone else. They'll, be walking down the street. You'll see them walking hand in hand, tossing their head back, laughing and being happy, while you're still left, picking up the pieces of your own loneliness, rejection, and disappointment. It doesn't have to be that way, though. You can download the M3 system, get started today, and take control of your love life and your relationships so that you never have to walk through life being worried about how it's going to go for you. So, click on the link below. I'll see you in the members area, and I look forward to hearing your success story to add to the many, many others that have gone before you and will come after you. Thanks a lot.